you can't hear me. You say I didn't turn on the microphone. Actually, I did have the microphone turned on. I just had muted it on the in the OBS. But I love that Ren Killer was the only person like, Brian, I see your mouth moving a whole lot, man, but I'm not hearing nothing. You guys can see back here, I got my Retron 5 all fired up and ready to go. And I have this little device here, 4 gigabytes of Verbatrim. And we're going to have somebody, a very special guest here in just a couple of minutes. We're going to have Eric come on just in a couple of minutes and give us a hand with this modification. Let's go ahead and get that blasted out to the, let's get this blasted out to the Hoot Suite. Hi, everybody. It's Saturday. Woot. Saturday, the 1st of the month. It's the 1st of the month. Getting messages. Let's see what it say. Clear. I don't need that. I don't care about that. There we go. Got it. All right. As you can tell, like I said, this is Retron. You'll notice it's Zelda. Zelda, A Link to the Past. The Game Boy color version is sticking out of the front of there. If you guys can see that, I hope you can. You also see that ugly controller back there. Oh, and you see the NES stack of NES games? Yes. Those carts go into that Retron right there. Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take this down just a little bit. No, that's not the right one, Brian. Nope, not that one either. That's the one. Ooh, nope. Still didn't get it. I need like, no, still didn't get it. Which one is it? That's not it either. Which one is it? You booger butt. Oh, it's got to be that one. It's got to be this one right here, right there. Right there, right there. We're actually going to put this in this little box here. We're going to bring it below the CRT. So we need to bring that down here. So it's got to be behind there. There we go. Let's bring this up just a little bit. There we go. Sexy. I just sniffing another feel about all the TVs. Well, as long as I keep them isolated to my area, which is my small office, which is growing as we speak, she's okay with it. She's okay with it. But we are working on some things, though. We've already started working on the studio outside, and we're going to be working on that. It's a 2-door garage, and we're gonna gut it, and we're gonna put stuff in. So you might notice that this is a different TV. This is not the same TV. If you've been watching. Oh, hi, Zoe. Zoe stopped in. This is not the same TV that we've been looking at. As a matter of fact, if you look over at the picture, it was a snapshot, which I cut a hole out of so that we could put on stream. That's a different TV. That TV is actually in the studio now on a cart, an AV cart. So now we have this one. This is a JVC D series. That other TV was a Symphonic. Now the Symphonic was a flat screen and a little newer model and smaller, I think around 21 inch. This is a 26 inch. And it has a way more options and component in its video. So it can do a lot more things. It can do a lot more things that we'll be able to hopefully notice. But it is it has a bit of a curve tube. I think it's a 2002, 3, 4, something like that. So we're gonna be fiddling with that. We also are gonna pick up tomorrow. We're gonna go pick up a Trinitron 27-inch TV. About an hour away. We're going to pick that up, and we're going to do some comparisons. These are to the Trinitron in consumer level TVs, CRTs. The Trinitron and the JVC D series are two the most coveted. They do the best. Now, of course, That doesn't include any professional monitors that will blow up both of those consumers' TVs away. But for just, normal experience that most people experienced back in the day, that's what we're going to be looking at. So let's get this posted on here. Let's see, I'm posting out to out to the really real world. By the way, if you've been following the Play Retro, we are doing Pac-Man this week in honor of the Pac-Man Museum Plus, which you can get on the Steam. You can get it. It comes with part of Xbox Game Pass. We're doing that this week, so pretty stoked. Pretty stoked. Also today is Andrew's birthday. Happy birthday to Andrew out there if he's listening. Don't know if he is, but happy birthday. He also got me a few original NES controllers. And when I say he got me, he bought and then I bought from him. So I'll share that real quick. Andrew picked this up. Look at that. There you go. That's original NES controller, which we are hopefully going to get to play with. And the reason why is because I am playing that Zelda back there, right? And this is important because I did not have this before today. I did not have an official Nintendo plug. See there? I don't know if you can, the light's not quite hitting it right. But anyway, there went, there, right there. So look, that little plug right there plugs right into the side of my Retron 5 and will allow me to play, NES games, which you see a stack of back there. Pretty excited about that. So, yes, Drew came through for us on that. We got it. Sweet. All right. I'm gonna go quiet for a minute because I'm gonna talk to Eric. Gonna get him all fed and set up. Then hopefully we'll get a start here on what we doing. What we doing, yo? Let's see. That's what it looks like on the Retron 5. We're going to see both of those things. So, up. You know what I'm going to pull up? I'm just going to go ahead and pull up for just a second. I'm going to pull up the Link's Awakening, so you have something at least amusing to look at while we get ready here, prepared. Oh, nope. Nope. Wrong ones. There we go. I wonder if we got any music on this. We do. Look at that. There we go. Look, there's your little Link's Awakening. that, and I should be here. Can you hear me, Eric?
I can.
Eric is there, and I am here. And I'm going to bring Eric up a little bit. Could you talk a little quieter than Kit London, who I usually have with me on Tuesdays, we do the graveyard keeping indie game. Not retro. It's the only indie game I play.
Magnificent. I'm pretty hyped for this.
Me too. I am stoked. I can't wait to brick my Retron 5. By the way, I am. Go ahead, Eric.
I was gonna say it's a funky adventure. We'll get through it.
Yeah, you're the reason why I was brave enough to do it. By the way, I have Eric with us today. I am Brian Dunaway. I'm Retro Streamer, and we're gonna try not to brick our Retron 5, but if it happens, that's okay too. Hobo Wookiees is now following. Thank you, Hobo Wookie. Hope you're looking for the answers as well. So let's get this turned over there. And do you want to? Can you see everything through Twitch, Eric, or do you want me to share my my screen with you that I'm doing?
I think it might be a little bit more real time if you share the screen.
All right, let's see if I can do just that. So let's see here. Share. Let's see. Yeah, because I got a little bit of delay on the other. And what we'll do is I'll actually show you the whole. I'll just give you the whole OBS screen. That way you'll see everything. And it should be a little faster than the other way. And then you don't even have to look at Twitch at all because you'll see exactly what I'm seeing, except you'll see it quicker.
Magnificent. Yeah, I'll go ahead and close that then.
And I don't know if you need to mute it or anything like that, but hopefully that'll be good for you.
Yes. Let's
Yeah.
see.
Right now, I have.
I think this will be okay. It shouldn't pick up any audio.
Yeah, and if it does, we'll just stomp it. We'll put it out. We'll put it out to pasture there. All right. So, right now, I just pulled up Eric. Oh, you know what? I need to show Eric too. You know what? I need to be doing that as well. Welcome to the great experiment, everyone. I'm gonna pull that over there, and then let's get in here.
Cool.
There you are. That's like a little feedback in it. It's like, wait, I see myself, and I see myself, and I see myself. Let's see, zoom capture. There we go. No, I'm just going to bring that over here. Zoop. How is your Saturday been going so far, Eric?
It's been a nice one, you know.
Yeah.
Set up some equipment. Been talking to some folks. It's going to be a very busy day as I'm also doing a it's like a game show that's like a fake debate show.
Oh, I like that idea.
It's happening. It's very silly. And it's called Master Debater.
Oh, I love that. I love the name already. Sold. Master Debater.
But I'm doing that probably from about 10:30 tonight until about 1 or 2 in the morning. So
oh wow,
it's gonna be a fun thing.
That does sound like fun.
But in addition, I also get to brick another Retron. So
that's right.
Screw you, Retron.
Screw you, Retron. We're gonna show you, and I don't know if you can see this on screen, but I purchased the exact one you posted in your article, which was on is it Retro RGB or RGB Retro? I always get it backwards.
It was Retro RGB.
Yeah, Retro RGB.
Really great resource. Yeah, absolutely.
Great place to go. Check out that. And I read through the article, and I think I've got a start on this. We're gonna see, but I haven't even busted this out yet. I hope it doesn't need scissors. Oh, it's totally gonna need scissors. Whatever. We'll get to that when we get to that. As you can see behind me is the Retron 5. It's plugged in. We've got some Zelda Link's Awakening for this, the DX version, for the Game Boy Color. And no, just regular Game Boy, I believe, actually. And as you can tell and hear, it is actually playing right now. So we're going to see if that's going to be true after we get through with this. My whole purpose for doing this is so that I can dump the ROMs. I've been looking for a ROM dumper, and I thought about getting an independent one. And I said, I got the Retron 5 sitting back there. I know there's a firmware, I'm aware of it, that allows you to do just that. And so that's how I got on the hunt. and we're going to see if it works. All right, so let's see. We should get step one then. Let's get step one. What should we do first? This is my. Do you want to see what? Do you want to see the version and number, anything like that? Let's pull that up. Let's get into
the version of the Retron. I don't.
Yeah.
It should be pretty universal.
Right.
Honestly, I thought that might have been a problem, but when I looked into it, it's
nothing. Huh?
There's no that in terms of the custom firmware and the bricking problem. They don't know anything in terms of really why it's doing it, which is not terribly reassuring.
Right.
But thankfully, very easy to unbrick.
They're
So you don't really have to worry about version numbers of your console or this, that, or the other. Which out of curiosity, which firmware did you want to use?
Whichever one is the least likely to brick it and most likely to give me the option to use my to pull my ROMs.
I believe you can do ROM dumping with both of them. I use the Retron Freak to dump both back to the SD card. So I would even recommend just going ahead and doing that. I can guarantee you that one does it. I have not personally tested the Retron Labo. Bob at RetroRGB says that it works, but might have been mistaken because the feature list didn't have it, but the feature list might have just been also incorrect.
All right.
So there's that. I do kind of want to try both. You can change the firmware as many times as you want to, and it will not do anything to anything that you've backed up because you're backing up to your SD card.
Smart. All right, let me see here. Let me see if I can get to the latest link here. Let's see. See if I got the right one here. Nope, that's by Bob. Don't care about Bob's. Bob's is old. Here we go. May 27th.
Yeah, you don't want that one. The old one is ridiculous and has 27 steps and is way too. I looked at that and my ADHD made my eyes go cross. I'm like, I'm not.
All right, so yeah, you can go to RetroRGB, and if you just search for Easy Goodnight, Easy is what you're trying to go by, and it was just posted on May the 27th, and I'll post links on my Twitter as well. If you don't follow me on Twitter, I had already posted to it actually because I was pretty excited. Custom firmware, the easy way, Retron Labo, Retron Freak. So some features may be made available by these projects. Play ROMs and images from SD card. That's pretty cool. Not super excited about that. Eric, just like me, I got a Mr. FPGA. I can emulate most everything, 16-bit stuff on there, and it's pretty darn sharp. What I'm really wanting to do is use this thing for a ROM dumper because I do have plenty of old carts that I want to dump out and just have my own ROMs. I mean, it's stupid. I mean, there's plenty of places I can go download them. But
I mean, I completely agree with you. It was exactly the killer feature that made me want to write this article and do the test. I mean, I like you're right. I have a Mister. It plays it better than the Retron.
Yeah, it's going to do a much better job. Now, one thing is, I'll give one more bonus to the Retron 5. I do have old school hardware as well as USB hardware, but this is my old school hardware, and I can plug this right into my Retron. There's a snack. Is it SNEAC? Is that right? That you can get. Yeah, I think I have that in mine, but I don't have the adapters. I think I have the ports, but not the adapters, and I may do that eventually. But I
might send you a link on that. There's an AliExpress store that makes pretty good little snack adapters. I have a cheap one. I paid like $15 for it. It took a month to get to me, but I love playing Super Nintendo with it.
Yeah, I'm not in a hurry.
Tremendous.
I'm not in a hurry.
Yeah,
I can wait.
exactly.
I can wait a month. They can put on a slow boat from China. I'm fine with that.
For real.
All right, let's see here. All right, so on the article here, we can jump straight to the CFW instructions or jump to the downloads. We don't need the instructions because we got the man here himself who wrote the article. So I'm just going to jump down to the downloads. Let's see here. We got the Man Clouds Retro Freak 1.5 or 2.5, or the Retro.
I would go for the Retron Freak 2.5.
2.5, and there you go. If you click on the left-hand link, it takes you to Mega, which is fine. It takes a little load off, and then you got a direct link to the admin area of the RetroRGB. Just saying, save some resources if you can. If you have trouble, whatever. Not now. Downloading all 87.2 megabytes. And of course, this is throttled a little bit, but that's fine. Mega, that's fine. We're not trying not to steal any more than we have to from the RetroRGB. Great site, great source. How did you get started with that? Have you written many articles to those guys, or?
Not so many. I've really kind of just started out, but there was today Bob was saying I'm thinking about adding some content creators to the staff and have people basically donate their time to write articles. And I'm like, hey, I used to write tech articles. I love retro gaming. I've done this, I've done this, I've done this thing. I'm a crazy person, and it's your fault. I own all these CRTs. So why? And he's like, sure, let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. It's a great resource, by the way. If you are a retro gamer, a retro RGB, even if you're not a retro gamer, you just want to learn some stuff. It's a wicked cool place to be, and I enjoy it. When I saw it from there, I trusted it immediately. I was like, yeah, I trust these guys. I've made my own CRT decisions reading some of these articles, so it was good to go. I'm also going to need, image SD card with CFW. Now, one of the things you used was the Win32 disk imager, and I'm probably going to go the same route. I am on Windows 10, so we're going to do that. And what I usually do is, if you guys aren't familiar with Ninite, I think they have it. And I love
lazy. Ninite so much.
Yeah, I'm lazy. No, I don't see it. Maybe it's not. Oh, I always feel so safe with Ninite. All right, fine. I guess I'll just go download it off the internet like a dirty dog. No, I also brought up Edge. I haven't reset that either, so I'm Bing. Oh, come on, Bing. Get out of here. I'm not going to use it. Now, SourceForge, let's see. I can get it directly from their .org site. I've never done that. I'm still having trust issues with SourceForge, even though it was years and years ago.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I ended up having to download it from SourceForge.
Right.
I think this is going to give you the runaround, and it's going to take you to SourceForge, honestly.
Yeah, they sure enough did. What a bunch of turds! Now, SourceForge has pretty much redeemed themselves, but if you're not familiar, some years back, they were doing some gray area stuff that allowed some nefarious things to happen to people. So, I'm not a fan, but I accept. I would rather get it from GitHub. If you have a project, I'd rather get it from GitHub. But what you gonna do? Nothing. Whine about it. That's what you're gonna do. All right, let's see. Got some Tank Girl stuff there. We watched Tank Girl earlier today for the Film Sack podcast that I do. That was a lot of fun. Boop. Get that pull. Oh, it's not showing. Oh, that's because I got the other thing. All right. I should have a window capture for this. All right, I'm launching the Win32 disk dealio. I'm going to do let's see, display capture. Let's see if we can narrow that down. There we go. Try not to be. Nope.
Now that is worth pointing out. Okay, is that you got Disk Imager to open?
I did.
Because it has an issue with Google Drive. So if you are using Google Drive, the fix is to close it.
Right.
And then Disk Imager will open.
Yeah, I did read that. Now, I don't usually keep the Google Drive app on my computer, but I did read that. It is a caveat. If you do keep the system tray Google Drive syncer or whatever thing, I never do that. Mm-hmm. I just go straight to Google Drive. That's just me. All right, let's see. I got my card reader. Let me plop that out. I have a micro SD card, which is useless right now. It was in the card reader already. And we're going to plug in this 4 gigabyte Verbatrim old, what do they call these things? The SD, HC, whatever, something, not an adapter. Yeah. The real deal.
The not micro SD.
Not micro.
The name, it's not a great naming convention.
It was like $6 off the Amazon for me. So
That's a that's a good price, honestly.
fine. It's fine.
It's worth it to brick your Retron.
Yeah, yeah. Now I don't always buy stuff from Amazon if I have other options, but if I need something quick, it was like the next day, and so I was like, okay, let's do it. All right, let's see. We've got this one. Is that right? That's not right. That's 40. Is there something on that already? Oh, wow, that is weird. What is already on there? It says I have 2.24 gigabytes free of 3.62 gigabytes. This is brand new. You saw me pull it out of the
It's not the D.
box.
It's not the D drive.
No, that's actually
Alright.
I have like my reader automatically
Okay.
allocates D and E, and
Okay.
it's a USB reader, and that's weird. So we're gonna format that thing. Wow. So what is in that system volume information? What are you trying to give me over here, you weirdo card? Don't know, but we're gonna format it regardless, just in case. Well, it doesn't matter. Just Gimature will do that, right? It'll do the whole process.
Recently, I bought a compact flash off of
Yes.
eBay
Yes.
to use for like old retro, like with a with like an adapter on an IDE system.
Right.
And whatever weirdo I bought it from used it in his camera and recorded like a dance recital. Like seriously, like 30 gigs
Right.
of uh, people dancing at a recital and just left it on there. He's like, "This is fine.
It's fine. I don't care. Y'all just y'all
Yeah.
watch my. This is totally my kids. It's all fine. Weirdos, every one of them.
I had to look at it just to see
Yeah.
what was going on, and almost immediately, like, I'm very uncomfortable. I'm
Yeah. Yeah.
formatting all
We
of this. This
we
needs to go. This needs to go to Jesus. I do not want to look at this anymore.
this is something. This is something that I actually do. I work on computers from time to time, and many years ago, I learned a very important lesson. It's I don't want to know. So whenever
Yeah.
I get on somebody's
Yeah.
computer, usually why they had a virus or whatnot was because they were doing adult things. And I just don't want to know. I don't want to know what your fetish is, so I just don't look. I just no, thank you, not looking. Enjoy yourselves, but don't let me see it. I don't want to see it. All right, let's take a look here. Where's my little file that I downloaded? Let's see. Oh, it's in a zip. That's probably why. I
Yeah,
need
you'll have
extract it
to
first
extract that to
Yeah. to see the image.
there's like a folder structure. You'll have to find it. You'll have to
Okay.
find. Okay. There
Okay,
you
we
go.
Yep, there's the IMG there.
Okay.
I wonder if
This
it's, I
one
wonder if
doesn't.
it's
I'm thinking of the other folder, but yes, you'll need that IMG.
Let's see if it. We'll see if it. Well, I was gonna see if it associated. I'm not gonna do that right now. I'm just gonna go in here. Boop, it's up here. Recovery. There we go. All right.
Perfect.
E drive
That's the one.
confirmed. Hash. Do we
You
need a
shouldn't need
hash?
any of that.
Yep. Don't need
You
none of
shouldn't
that.
need any of that.
Nothing. Verify. Right. Let's write it.
Right to do it. Yeah.
Right into
should do
physical
it.
device can corrupt this device. Whatever. Go. Caution to the wind. Hobo Wookie says, don't forget to stretch. Let's do it. Also, they suggested a poll earlier. Will Brian unmute his mic? Yes or no? I'm not muted, so that's perfect. All right. Now we have an update image. This is the only thing we have in there, in that folder that we just wrote. Is that right?
Is that so? What it does is it writes like a cajillion partitions on it. The Retron needs the structure. It's a little bit like how like Linux will format like a boot partition or something like that, depending on
Right.
whatever the distro is. But it's kind of the same thing. You should get a whole bunch of like, oh, you need to format this, and it'll put like 6 partitions on it or something, or 4. Or it's really annoying.
Okay.
But it should give you those errors. If it didn't, you may want to just do a clean format on it and image it again, because it should try and write like 3 to 5 partitions on it.
All right, let's take a
The
look here.
Retron needs all of them.
All right, let's take a look.
Did
to
you see
what we
those
have
errors?
here. I did
Oh,
not.
vanished.
Let's see. I didn't see
There we
any
go.
errors. Let me take a look here. We have now. We do just have the E drive. Maybe we should do that. And it says 32 megabytes free. So maybe we need to do that. So we don't need to burn the update image, right? That's something different.
No.
Okay. All right.
No, that's
Yeah.
what's on that That's what's on that disk, right?
All right. So let's do our drive create format. We'll just do it from there. This is your basic Windows drive format. D, like
Yeah.
I said, is my SD card reader. Won't worry about that. Oh, the partitions are there. So
Then you're
if
probably fine.
yeah.
It'll
Okay.
it probably like it won't recognize
Windows. Yeah.
some of them. The
Right.
unallocated is a little funny.
Right.
Okay, this is
Meh.
probably fine, but it definitely should. I don't know. That's a little bizarre.
Yeah, I love it.
Um,
I say we roll
I
the
think
dice.
just for safety's sake,
Just redo
I
it.
would say go ahead and do like a clean format
All right.
on that guy. Usually from here, I delete all the partitions.
Right.
And
I love
then,
it. I
and
like the
then
idea.
do a
Let's just.
format.
I like the idea. Let's just throw caution to the wind. It's like, yeah, sure. Close enough. What could happen? What's the worst that could happen?
YOLO, baby.
YOLO, you only live once, baby. Come on. Let's get this thing modded. I ain't got no patience. Oh, I just found out yesterday. I have a friend, and I was talking to him about some of the oh, okay, that's fine. I was talking to him about some of the stuff I was doing on retro stuff, and he's like, "Oh, really?" He's like, I still have that PlayStation 1 that you soldered that chip on for me." And I'm like, "No way, dude." And so he's going to get that for me, and we're going to take a look at something that happened. It was 95, so that would be what, like 20, many years ago. We're going to see how my soldering skills were not so good. I was probably like 18, 19. I mean, I was a youngin'. So I'm interested in seeing that. Let's see. Mount it. Let's see. Is it, we want to be fat 32 or fat? Let's make fat 30.
Start with fat for now because you're gonna image on top of it, so it'll be fine either way.
Does it need a name?
Fat's totally fine. I don't. You can name it if you'd like. Yeah,
I'm gonna name it
work.
Retron 5. Yeah, that's right. I'll name it Retron 5 just to be safe. That feels right.
Okay.
There we go. Let's see. We got a new
Windows
volume now. Oh, that looks
Perfect.
better already. Look, there's 3.62 gigabytes free. I like that. That feels better.
There we go.
That feels
There we
better.
go. Good.
All right, image display, same place. I wonder if I should do I might exit and bring it back open just to make sure it refreshes and everything.
I would do that to be safe, but I'm overly paranoid having bricked my console once.
That's why I wanted somebody. I want somebody who's nervous. I want somebody who's nervous about this. There we go. All right. Let's see. There we go. All right.
Good.
So there we go.
Good.
All right. Let's go. Let's hit the yes button.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Let's go for it.
Look at that green progress bar.
That is awesome, man. Look at that thing go. We'll throw us a little background music on here too.
Magnificent.
Yeah. So we'll really know we're going to mess up. Right, successful. All right. Let's pull this back up. Once again, I'm using Windows 11. As every insano should be. Looks like the same stuff. It looks like it might be the same size. Okay. It looks good there. So
it could be.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it could be maybe Windows 11 has decided to be a little bit less annoying.
Yeah.
But in Windows 10, it does it pops up for everything that it can't read. Like it's like it might be an ext partition or something on there. I was talking to the dev that made this recovery image, and he says that the Retron is actually fully running an Android OS. It is an ARM system fully running Android.
Right.
And what would be really cool is if some people would develop even more cool stuff for it, because this thing could add a whole lot of cool features if someone wrote some programs for it. And I don't know, that gets us to think about that.
I agree.
It's kind of such a nothing console, but man, you could really do some neat stuff with it.
It really is. I mean, okay, so the Retron 5, I think drops for like 150. So you can get, if you're just like really like, oh, you're like most of us, you probably got a couple NES cards maybe laying around. Maybe your original NES got destroyed or something. You still got the cards. It's fine. It's cool. Or you got a Sega Genesis. They make a Retron 2, which just does a few carts. But if you really want to go all out and get the one with like I did, which does more than actually 5. It says 5, but actually it does Genesis, Famicom, NES, Super NES. It does Game Boy, normal, original, extra crispy. It'll do the color. It'll do the Game Boy Advance. So it does. Is that 7? I think I did 7. I think that's right.
It'll also do Super Famicom, but those carts are basically the same.
I did not know that.
I confirmed it. I bought it specifically to play my JRPGs because it'll play patches.
Nice.
A very cool thing that it'll do.
Now I'm going to do something that some people may not do. I'm going to right click on this and I'm going to eject. I'm going to hit eject on this SD card. Why? Because I am a old school Mac fool. And you had to do it there. Or you get all kinds of bitching. But yeah, Windows, not always.
No, sir. You're just. This is just civilized. What civilized men do.
That's right.
They eject their discs.
That's what they do.
Know?
That's what they do. So we got.
I can tell you're truly a man of quality.
That's I really am. I really am. All right, let's see here. We got. All right, let's see. We got the window capture, display capture. We're back to our Retron, and so I can I turn off my Retron now. And then plug in this cart and then turn it back on, right? Is that our next step?
Yes.
All right.
Yes. Do you have the wired controller installed into any port? Anyone will do.
Any port. Okay. So I got, does it matter if I use the original Retron controller or any?
You cannot use the original Retron controller for this.
Okay.
You have to use
like a Sega,
like a wired S or whatever.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. That's even better. I get to try out my new NES controller. I just got to get today. Yeah. My boy, he picked this up from someone. He's got like doing some little eBay selling here and there, and it's his birthday, and I stopped by and I was like, oh sweet, and I said, what are you doing these? Oh, I'm selling them on eBay, and I'm like, how about you sell them to Dad Bay? I'll buy them right now. So we did that. So let me go plug this thing in. I'm gonna plug in the cart. Be right back. You'll watch me back here and knock my camera. It's gonna be sweet.
Excellent.
I may be able to wear my headphones so I can hear what you guys are saying. We'll see if I get jerked around a little bit. Let's see if my cable is long enough.
Okay. Look at that lighting. So nice and blue.
Yeah. Super blue!
Blue!
Take that! Now I'm going to pull the card out, too. I'm pulling that out just in case.
Yeah, who knows what it would do.
Who knows?
Probably it'd be fine, but you never can tell. Okay.
And the SD card's in the back of this.
It is in the back.
Yeah.
Yes.
That plugged in.
They say that Brian looks different. I guess he looks like some dumb redneck in an art studio. Oh, goodness. All right, we got video. There we go, Retron.
There we go. Now, pressing the buttons on the Retron is always weird because they always think you turn the power on. It always takes longer or less time than I think it's going to. It's always funky. Let's see here.
It's the fussiest power button. It really is.
I'm like, did I push it? I don't know. I think I pushed it. All right, let's see here. Yeah. Let's turn on my. Let's see. Where's it at? Where's my? Nope, not that one. Oh, there it is. But we got to turn the iOS. There we go. All right. Oh, there we go. All right, let me see if I can also turn on so I can see everything. I'm missing a little bit of the side here because it's 16 by 9.
Yeah, it's a wide screen.
Yeah.
It's a wide boy.
It's a wide boy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there that goes there. We're gonna shrink this out and we'll deal with the consequences later. After I made all those efforts to make it 4:3, all my gaming. Hopefully you can read some of this.
Okay.
It's gonna be tiny fonts.
It's a little tough, but I can.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can. I wonder if I can full screen this.
You know what? I can put it on top of the CRT. It's no big deal. Let me move this up some, pop, and then we'll make it a little bigger, and then maybe we can see some stuff.
There's the pop out, but there we go. That's pretty good.
Yeah, a little better sizing too there. Let's see. Maybe you can see a little bit better now.
I can see what's going on.
We can make it
it's
out
really
now.
More important that it's really more important that you can see it. But all right, the first step that I highly recommend is factory reset.
All right. And that's
The dev specifically told me that for some reason, it does seem to help doing a factory reset, and you know,
Makes
you're going to
sense.
lose everything anyway. So
Oh,
if you
yeah,
have anything saved to the internal storage, it's gone no
That
matter
makes
what
sense.
you do with this.
That makes sense. Yeah, I would do the same. That makes sense. Let's do that. Let's see. I like all these. I like
Yes,
all
you
these
have to-
no's. No, 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 no. Yes. Interesting.
There you go.
Data wipe
pretty
complete.
quick.
That was super fast.
Yeah, it's pretty quick. So now you want to do update RK image.
Okay, we're gonna update our RK image, and is this the part where we pray, or is that still
This is the part. This is the part where we pray.
right? Dear Retro gods, please don't break my machine. All right, there we go.
Here's
check
where we
for-
hold our breath.
Right?
Yep.
And then you take a hit of your energy drink. That's how we do it here.
That's true.
Updating boot, verify boot, update system. It did the white
is
screen
pretty-
of death.
This is all very promising so far.
Yeah. This is how Android stuff always feels. Anytime I've ever worked with Android stuff, it's always just like, how much information are you going to get while you're doing it? Not much, just enough.
Yeah. Yeah. So I never really did much hacking during the Android phone custom
Right.
Wear era. If you did much stuff during then, I mean, I have friends that did. I never did. So this is
Yeah.
it was a little bit of an adventure for me.
I had a Android phone, and I had to get into some of the nuts and bolts of it because I had an Android phone, and the power button actually got broken, and so I had to like remap to another button. Otherwise, I could.
That's awesome.
If it would turn off, I wouldn't be able to turn it back on. So I had to find a way to fix that. So that was the reason why I did it. It sucked. All right. I see all the things.
So it is done.
I'm gonna give it a minute.
What you're gonna? Well, I think if it's got back to the menu, you should be fine.
All right.
So what you need to do is you tell it to reboot, but you have to pretty much as soon as it cycles, you need to pull the SD card.
Okay.
Because you don't want it to come up to the menu.
All right. So I'm gonna get in position. I'm going to press the reboot system now. And it's going to probably go to black screen, right? I'm assuming, and I will pull it when it hits. As soon as the text disappears, I'll pull the SD card. Is that the plan?
I think that should work.
I got my headphones
Fingers
on.
crossed.
I got my headphones on, and if it doesn't work, just yell at me. Or if I do something wrong, yell at me. I'm terrible at taking instructions. Just ask anybody.
You're doing great. You're crushing it.
Crushing it.
Crushing it.
All right, I got my hand on the SD card. I'm looking at the monitor. I'm hitting the A button, and no signal. I pulled the card.
That ought to do it.
Yeah, no signal. Uh-oh. Now, Hyperkin comes up with a white screen before the text comes up, but is this typical, or is it?
This could be the bricking white screen.
This
could very well be. Let it sit for a second and then hold the button in to power it down.
Right.
Because I've had this too.
Yeah.
I've had this too.
The good news is I knew this going in, and so I'm not scared.
This could be bricking. This could be normal.
Yeah.
So I would say go over to the system, hold the power button in.
Right.
And just cycle the power.
All right,
hold it in until it turns off, and then turn it back on.
Right.
Because I've had to do this as well, and then it works fine. But this also could mean it's bricked. We'll fix it.
And no power cable pulling, right? We just leave it like it is. We hold the power button down, then we come back up. Okay.
I have mostly just done the power cycling. I think it would be fine either way.
Okay. Well, we'll do it. We'll do it the way you're used to, and then we'll throw caution to the wind.
I think really either one in this case is fine.
Right.
I don't think either. Like I don't think it's not like doing like the Windows thing where it resets and then it finishes setting things up or whatever.
Right.
It's either already installed and it just is kind of showing its ass a little bit, which mine has done that basically every time.
Right.
You know, I have reinstalled the image 3 times now, and
Fun.
every time I've had to do this. So
yeah. All right.
it's fairly normal to cycle power
Right.
and then it work. But this could also be the dreaded white brick screen.
White brick of death. All right, I'm going in. I'm going in.
Let's see it. Let's see it.
Let's see what happens. No whammies,
Okay.
no whammies. Stop. Holding down the power button. Still holding it down.
You have to hold it forever. It really takes forever. Okay, now it's off. You're good.
Okay.
You have to hold it in to get it to boot up again. I think that you're probably relatively used to.
Yeah, that's the thing I'm used to. This thing is so weird.
Yeah.
Did I press it long
It's so
enough?
dumb. It's so dumb. If it goes back to the white screen and stays at the white screen, then this is bricking.
Okay.
But we can fix it.
We're bricked.
So there it goes. Okay.
I have a feeling we're bricked. I want to pull the plug just for fun. I want to pull the power plug. Just
Yeah, go ahead.
I know someone's going to be watching going, pull the power plug. Fine. I'll pull it.
Bricking your console for fun and profit.
That's right. I'm going to do the tech thing and leave it unplugged for 10 seconds so all capacitors can dissipate and then re-come back up. Because the stuck capacitor is the thing. Alright, let's see. Now if I can find the hole.
Yep, that's what she said.
That's what she said. There's the hole. One more push. Let's just see what happens. If not, we'll go for the debricking process.
Yeah.
Oh, come on!
Boo.
Boo.
All right.
What's our next step?
Okay.
All right.
We
knew this was a possibility.
This was always a possibility going in.
It's very
sure.
likely.
So let's go ahead, go back to the Retro RGB article.
Okay.
Because we're going to need another set of files.
All right. Another set of files. Let's see here. No, let's go display capture. There we go. Now we can see it good. All right. So okay. Hop down to
this.
Yeah. So if you are on the article, this happens to you, and you're like, oh shoot. What you can do is you can go up here to the little menu system here. Got a little jump to. So we're gonna jump to unbrick instructions, or yeah, let's jump to the unbrick instructions. And then a little tools you'll need: a USB A to Mini B. A Windows PC is the software is only Windows, and test Windows 10. A push pin. Oh, I need to get my push pin. I did forget to do that.
Yeah.
This may be that might be the whole showstopper right there. Going, where's my paperclip? I think I have a new phone box that should have the SIM eject
little tool. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would absolutely work for this.
Yeah. I think I need to do that. All right. So what should I do first? Download the software while we're waiting?
I would say go ahead and download the unbricking pack.
Okay.
Which should be just a little bit below where you are, and then go grab that tool.
All right. Boom. We're gonna download that, and you guys hold on to your butts for just a second as I go to try to find and locate that box. What do I do with the box? Right back.
Foiled by a pin. That's correct. So how we doing out there, guys? It's been pretty fun hanging out here and tricking Brian into ruining his console. Hopefully, this will work. I have not personally tested it on Windows 11. Hopefully, he does not have to jump to a Windows 10 system. But in theory, it should be the same. There's a driver and registry fix that we're going to have to install that hopefully works on Windows 11. Windows 11, yeah. I haven't taken another drink there. It should be fine. We shall see. It'll be a funky little adventure. But should work out really nicely. and we'll be dumping ROMs and backing up game saves before we know it. If you happen to be in Brian's Discord, I posted where I took, right here you can see, this is my Pokemon Blue cartridge from when I was a friggin' kid. And I backed up my original Pokemon game save. So if I ever want to change the battery out of this guy, it'll erase the save, but I can change the battery and write the save back to it with the Retron. So it's pretty rad. Pretty excited about it. So, yeah. You guys are chilling. Oh, goodness. Uh-oh, there he is. Sneaking in the side.
Now, I know for a fact I had that box just the other day. However, I did find this.
Found something that's good enough.
We'll see if it's good enough. All right, you guys may remember, if you're old enough, this is what's called, ooh, that's going to get you really close to see this. Look at that, Spumco. Don't know if you guys remember that, Spumco. I got this from the official Ren and Stimpy fan club back when John K. wasn't exposed.
I was gonna say, can I need to do a swear since you brought up Spumco. Bob Camp is the best. Fuck John K.
John, you are so right. I met Camp at Dragon Con.
He's so great.
Such a freaking nice guy. Such a nice
guy.
Wonderful. Billy West
he's
as well.
He's as good as friggin' John K. sucks.
Yeah. And we thought the opposite back
Hell
in the day.
Hell of an artist.
Yeah.
Both of them are.
Yeah, we thought, hey, how can you take the creation away from the artists and, who made it? But then it's like, I'm glad. I'm glad.
Oh, no.
So we're going to use this Spumco pen, and we're going to see if that's going to be good enough. We're going to see here. Let's bring up our Retron camera here. I need to get all these. I've got so many things now that my Stream Deck is now too small. I just have the 4x5, 15 button one. I'm thinking I need the bigger one because I don't have everything mapped anymore.
It spirals out of control quickly.
It does. All right, so I've got my pen. I've got my software downloaded. I've got my SD card. I'm assuming I need to do that again, right? Is that, or do I need to do something else? Or am I going to plug directly?
You will have to.
Okay.
You will have to. I think you'll have to do the. Well, let me bring it up on my end as well, just so I'm reviewing it. But what I believe we're going to do, you might not need to install anything else to the SD card. Okay. What I believe you're going to do is you're going to install a driver on your machine. You're going to do a quick registry fix.
Okay.
And then you're going to basically hook the machine up by the USB, and then you hold in both ends of the Retron.
Okay.
And it connects, and then you run the program.
Okay. So we're kind of booting into a developer mode. Okay. So like we're Android developer mode. Okay. So we're using like the ABP Android driver stuff. Is that what we're going to be doing basically? Is that what I'm...
Yeah, everything is contained in the Unbricking pack. You don't have to hunt for anything. It's all nice and right there.
I haven't used this.
This was packed together by ManCloud, who was the developer who created these restoring images.
Right.
It's pretty cool because this is basically like the factory reset image, and he rolled the custom firmware installs that the one that he created plus the old one into this. It's pretty sweet.
That is pretty cool. All right, let me dump this out. You know what? I may, since it'll be kind of hard to plug in my desktop from over here. I don't know if my cable will be long enough for that. Now we're using a what are we using? We're using now on the back of the Retron is the mini. It's not the micro, it's the mini. So I'll need a mini.
It is the mini.
Right. Okay. So let me see what I got plugged in there now. I think that's what I have plugged in there now. Let me make sure. knew it would.
Oh no.
Yeah, that should be plugged into the back of the.
Yes.
Look at that. All right, so that's plugged in the other side there. So I got my little USB. I could.
Yep.
I have a USB extension cord I could bring and do it that way.
Yeah.
Let me see. Let me grab that real quick. This is exciting. So Eric's gonna take over this part of the show. So ask him your questions. Hold on 1 second.
Oh man, I'm an important co-host today. This is great. This is super good. I'm gonna say I haven't known Brian for very long. We followed each other on Twitter recently because of this article. But we do seem to have quite a few things in common. He seems like a super cool dude. So I'm pretty hype about this. Why are we doing all this? Because we can. Yeah, I think that is the correct answer. The real thing is it creates a ROM dumper and a game save backup device out of the Retron 5, which is these days kind of useless. There are far better retro gaming devices. I mean, Brian and I both have Mr. FPGAs, which is 100,000 times the retro gaming system than the Retron is. It is basically an Android system doing software emulation, and you know, like your PC is going to do it better. So, you know, the only advantage is like it will run the original hardware, controllers and things, and it does upscale and outputs like 720p to your HD system. So, you know, your games will look good. They sound a little different from real hardware, and they play a little slow. Like I play, like on my channel, I play a lot of Mario games and ROM hacks and things, and I love the Mister for that because the latency is incredibly low. The games are very speedy. The experience is very close to real hardware. So playing on something as slow as the Retron is just not pleasant. But as you know, for backing up your original carts and things, it's awesome. Backing up your game saves, it's awesome. Like in theory, you can back it up to your SD card and convert your saves and use them on whatever. Like I could port, you know, like I talked about this earlier. This is my original Game Boy card from 1997 or 1998. Oh, no worries. I could port this. I could probably convert it to different formats, and I could ostensibly use my game save for the Game Boy Core, for Mr., for RetroArch, for basically any emulation platform, you know, and continue my game save from friggin' 100 million years ago when I originally played this game. And, you know, and like I said earlier, you know, I can write the saves back to this when battery finally does die and it erases the saves. So there is, you know, like you can just buy hardware ROM dumpers and things, but like you would be buying them for really the Retron 5 is like 6 or 7 different systems. And to buy that many ROM dumpers is, I mean, it would definitely cost, like I paid $80 for my Retron 5. It would definitely cost way more than that, plus the free software and the frustration of you know, doing the bricking or the unbricking process. Really, I mean, this exact thing happened to me. You know, I streamed it. I streamed my install, and it absolutely went to the white screen. It absolutely bricked. But off stream, I researched how to do it, and it basically unbricked the first time, and then installed like normal. So it's not that tough, you know. It's a pain in the ass, but you got to do it. Looks like the man's back.
I'm back.
We've just been answering some questions. I'm getting the beer sweats up in here.
Wow. I have no idea where that USB extension cable is, apparently. I pulled my big back box of cables out, and I thought that would have been a no-brainer. Didn't happen, so we're going to go to plan B, which is our laptop, which will reach the Retron.
There you go. Is it a Windows 10 laptop?
It is!
That might be even better.
Agreed.
Because, like I said, this has been tested in Windows 10, and the Registry Fix, I'm not 100% confident will work in 11.
Right.
We'll go for the easy money, and we won't work any frontier medicine today.
That's right. All right. Oh, hi, everybody. You having fun yet? I'm having fun.
Oh, this is tremendous fun. Are you kidding?
All right. Ook.
What's on your CRT?
Oh, back there, that is the screensaver that I love running. It is the Sega Saturn.
Cool.
So
I also have my Saturn running on my monitors behind me.
It is so much fun. It is.
I've not been able to spend enough time with it. I really am excited to explore the catalog. I've always wanted one as a kid and never got one.
That I was the same way, and I was up in Ohio at a place called Game Swap, I think is what it was called, and they had one in there, and I couldn't afford it at the time because $3.99. That was a pretty good bit of chunk of change, and I was a young man trying to make my way in the world today, and that was more money than I had. But now I've got to go back, and I haven't got to play it as much as I want. I got to play a little bit of Battle Arena Toshinden Remix for one of the movies, one of the games we reviewed recently. I do a podcast called Play Retro Show, and we did the launch titles for the PlayStation. And one of them was the Battle Arena Toshinden, but I had it on my Genesis, and I wanted to see what the remix version was like, and so I got a chance to play at least for a couple of minutes, but that was pretty cool. Let's see here. Always the wrong one is the one I click on. Let's see here. Always go to Bob. Get out of there, Bob.
That's right, Bob.
Get out of there, Bob. Now you have the gray and purple one, I believe. Is that right?
What's this?
The Retron 5, isn't yours the gray and purple one? I think mine is just the black. Yours is gray and purple, I think.
Really like that teal one, that bright cyan blue one.
Yes.
There is just, it's like sports cars, it's kind of the uglier the color, the better.
Right.
Like the uglier and more in your face the color, the more I like it. Give me that bright GameCube orange.
Yeah, that's why I want that spice. I want that spice orange. That's the one I actually want. Oh, I told you I was going to tell you that. I told you I was going to tell you the story of reason why we started at 6:30 instead of 6, and that's because I was making a deal on the Facebook Marketplace with a guy who lives about an hour from me. He agreed to meet me in between, and so we met. But he ended up running really late. But I didn't see it until after I had left here, and so I ended up sitting in the parking lot at the Spink station waiting for this guy. So. Yeah, but I got a PlayStation 2 and a GameCube from this pickup, so I wasn't too terribly disappointed. This is my first PlayStation 2 ever because same situation with the PlayStation 2. I had to pick which ones I wanted, and PlayStation 2 is not in my list of things that I could afford at the time. So getting to relive my childhood, play the games I never got to play.
There's a really good catalog on PS2. I think it still is the most selling console ever.
It is.
PS1 and PS2, they're right on up there.
Yeah.
they it's unbelievable. How many
And
of those
the
that got
titles are
sold.
like, it's something like 9,000 titles or something for that console.
Yeah.
I'm like, that is freaking insane.
There's some crap on there, but there's some amazing titles for it too.
Right.
100%.
Let's see here. Let's get to the folder here. And you won't, unfortunately, you won't be able to see this unless I hold it up to the screen. That's why I was hoping I could find that extension. Now, what I'm looking at here is I see a rock chip driver assistance, a Win 10 driver fix, a rock chip batch tool, and a restore image.
Let me see if I can find my copy of all this stuff. Go to the Unbrick. So yes, you have 4 folders in there. You've extracted them.
Correct. You know, I can actually pull them up. I've extracted them over here too. I can pull it up, even though it won't be the literal one we're looking at. At least the screen can show it.
It's a good illustration.
Yeah.
For those following along at home.
If you're following along at home, you're probably cussing by now. I only have one Retron 5. What am I going to do? I'm totally screwed. Why did I listen to these guys?
We get to the end of this and we take a fully hacked Retron out of the oven.
That's right. It's going to be so crisp.
Leave the brick one alone.
Oh, now if I can just figure out what the freak I was. Which one was it? Which one was I doing? Display capture. That's it. Why isn't? Oh, okay, because I got the other one turned on above it. Oh, duh. All right. There we go. So here's the file structure that we got. There we go. Mm-hmm. There we go.
And I don't know why. Man, Cloud he's a cool dude. I don't know why he named them this and not 1, 2, 3, 4.
Right.
But 0A, 0B.
Maybe he thought eventually
1A,
he would.
1B.
Do you think he was going to exceed 10? He's a programmer. He's a pro. He thinks like I do. It's like surprised he didn't name it 00A just in case he got into up to 999 folders.
Well, he's such a nut. He's a lovely guy though.
Right.
But the first one, go ahead and install the driver.
Eric.
I can't remember if there's any warnings or errors. There's just like driver install.exe that is in there, and that will that'll find the correct, and it'll handle everything. You won't have any problems.
And if you're curious what this is just really the Android developer application. Mm-hmm. What it does is allows your PC to communicate to Android devices over USB.
Yes. You have a background in that kind of work?
Yeah, just like I said with that power button issue that I had with that one. So, you know, it's the Fuso rock chip. I've done something similar to this. This is packaged a little bit different, but it's pretty much the same thing. Okay, install driver. I did all that, and it did not give me any errors. And now I'm back to the install driver screen, and I can do the same thing over here. Let's just see what Windows 11 thinks about this. When I do find my adapter, I might want to run it from here too. Maybe I'll mess it up again, and later on, let's see. So this is what you kind of see, people. It's just and then it just says install driver. Okay.
Yeah.
And then that's it. You can uninstall it too, but that should be it. All right. Now what?
So that's the simplest thing. So now folder B is driver fix, and just run the registry guide. I have no idea what this is going to do on Windows 11. It could be fine.
Right.
You should just be able to double click it, and it'll say, "Hey, do you want to add registry?" And then do it.
That's all it is. Just
you do look at it in Notepad,
just a little. It's just a little registry entry. You know, always be careful with this kind of stuff. But you know, we're not seeing anything too much. Just doing some skip descriptors, queries, just telling you to do a couple. Yeah, it doesn't look too.
I found it trustworthy. It did not. It did not ruin my computer.
But it's always best to do it. You always want to look, people. You always want to look.
Trust but verify.
That's right.
Good way to live.
The keys and values contained in my whatever have been successfully added to the registry. So sweet. So we got a Windows 10. It might be different for Windows 11. We might do this again some other day with the Windows 11 when I get my cable.
Let me know. Let me know how that goes. Let me know how that goes. I'm interested. And I might leave a note in the article that I'll add your name.
Right.
That you successfully were able to unbrick in Windows 11.
Yeah, I mean, it's just look. Okay, all it really is your local machine system, current control set controls, and it's doing some USB flags. Here, and I'm assuming, yeah, it's probably
driver work
it's probably the
correctly.
same.
Yeah.
All right, let's see here. And we need to go next thing, or we do just 1A?
Yes.
Or
Go to
all right.
go to one. Yes. So, all right. We can pause right here
Okay.
before you run the tool.
Okay.
Actually, okay. Let me actually look back and remember. It might be fine either way. Okay. No. So now is when you're breaking out the pin.
All right. I
Now
got
is
the
when
pin
you're
now.
hooking up the console. Because the driver's installed.
Okay.
And Windows will recognize the connected Retron. So you're gonna you can unplug video, and you can plug in power, and you can plug in the USB to the system.
Should I power down the Retron first? I probably should.
You can just pull it. It's fine either way. I mean, it's bricked. What's it gonna hurt?
Right. I pulled the power.
Okay.
And of course,
You
at
can
that
pull the
point in
power.
time, I can plug it into the computer because the computer's not going to care because there's no data coming across the line.
Until it is set into connected mode, nothing will happen.
Right.
So
you said I can unplug the HDMI too, or do I leave that plugged in for now?
You can unplug the video, yes.
Okay. All right.
Because we're not going to use video for the next segment of this.
Okay. All right.
So, so when that's ready,
unplugged. All right.
Okay.
Then
Video's unplugged.
Video's unplugged. I'll test that I'm actually reaching the reset button. Hopefully we'll feel a little clicky click, and then I guess we'll go for the next step, right? We'll
You found where it is. It's got the sticker underneath it.
Right. I removed the sticker.
Okay, cool. So what you're going to do is you're going to push that in and hold the power button in at the same time.
Okay.
And you should hear, like, Windows should respond with the found new device sound.
Gotcha. Okay. Let's see if I can find this thing with my fingers. I know there's a hole. It's round. Let's see.
Yeah.
Fill the SD slot. Oh wait, I forgot. This hole is really small.
It is. It's like maybe about half the width of a dime.
Right.
It's very little.
I'm gonna have to get a visual.
The point inside it is a lot smaller too.
Right. I'm gonna have to get a visual here. It's tiny. Okay, I felt the clickies. All right.
There you go.
Got my power pulled, so I need to hold this down, and then put the power back in.
You can put the power in first and then push both things at once with the USB plugged in.
Gotcha. Processes doing yellows and greens.
I like this. Oh my goodness gracious! What is my channel name? I am Easy Goodnight on Twitch and most other things. Thank you for asking.
All right, let's see. I'll show you what. Let's show you what is. Let's see. And this should
some
be
video output out of this guy now.
Yeah, there it is. There it is. Okay. Okay.
There you go.
Wow, it really goes to the outside, doesn't it? Does it usually take this long? Did I do something wrong?
It is kind of showing its ass a little bit.
Yeah, it's taking a little longer.
This should quite not take this long.
Right.
And it would. I mean, it would be perfectly safe to
cycle again.
It would be perfect safe to the power cycle.
Yeah, I think we'll cycle again.
It's not doing it. It might have just.
All right, let's do that. Let's cycle. Maybe we got something new. That'd be cool.
Could be.
pulling the power. Letting them capacitors discharge.
Those friggin' capacitors, man.
Clear out. Now, I'm from South Kakalaki, South Carolina. I'm not sure if you're from this area.
I did notice that. No, I'm from the North Kakalaka. I'm from the near the Charlotte area, but like a little rural piece of crap town called Kannapolis.
Ha! I live in 96. Suck it. My town's even smaller. We have a total of two counter red lights. Freddie, Eddie, thank you for the follow. Eric, Braun, thank you guys for those follows. Absolutely. See, all I got to do is mention you're from the South, and it's like, oh, got to follow. Got to stick together.
That's true.
All right, let's see here. We're going to format this bad boy. New simple volume. Next. We do with the regular fat. And just for funsies, we rename.
I will point out that I did use the ST formatter tool.
Okay.
I would recommend trying it just in case.
Sure, let's do that.
There's some partition table voodoo that this is going to fix.
Right, and you used which one did you use? We'll do the one you put in your tutorial here. Let me take a look here. I'm sure you put it in here.
It should be. It should be listed. There are other ones too.
Oh yeah. But let's try to stay on the same path.
Scroll up before Windows. I believe it should be.
There you go. SD card formatter. Please be on SourceForge.
You can download it from their website. You don't have to.
Oh, nice.
Deal with SourceForge this time.
Good. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Download.
It is less toxic than now.
Right.
I do link right to it. Yeah. There are tools to do what you need to.
Did you guys read all that? Thanks, man.
Trying to think, where did I use GUI format? What did I do with that? I'm trying to remember why I used that.
No, I love some Gparted. I usually use Gparted all the time for stuff. I love that, but I'm a Linux guy too, so I know what?
Yes.
I love all operating systems.
Yes.
I love to fiddle. I'm a fiddle faddle.
Correct. That's the way to be.
Mm-hmm.
That's the correct way to live. You know what's good in life, sir.
My name says Epic. Did I say it wrong? Epic Prawn. Did I say Eric Prawn? You're right. It is Epic Prawn. My bad. Sorry about that.
No.
Epic.
Sorry, Epic. You have to change your name in honor of me.
I was primed because I've been talking to Eric. I was primed to see Eric. What can I say? All right, let's see here. Quick format. No, we don't want to do the E-Drive. Well, I guess it is E-Drive. Is it E-Drive now? I thought yeah, maybe it is.
Is it moving it around?
No, I was making sure it was. That's right, C-Drive. Yeah. It's the E-Drive. All right, SHDC, blah, blah, blah. Quick format, or we want to do a OSH format size adjustment. Oh, that's nice. Just the quick would work, right? Quick format?
Yeah, it shouldn't. It should not make a difference.
See, this thing is SDHC compliant, right? That's probably the deal.
There you go. This is like the SD card society or whatever.
Right.
You know, this is the tool, I guess. But
right.
It's certainly worked quite well.
There we go. All right, so we got that. Let's roll back to our other tool. Let's see. That's not it. We gotta kill that thing. We don't need that. Kill that thing. Don't need that. All right. I have 2 instances this running, so let me kill at least one of those. All right. On E. You know what? I'm going to close it and open it again. You know me. I'm going to open it, close it, and open it again. There we go. Blink. I got to turn that user access control crap off. It annoys me. What was it? Is it that one? Boot recovery SD full. Is that the right one? Boot recovery SD full?
Yeah. The 2.5, the image, that should
it.
totally do it.
Yeah, that's it. Okay.
This is the only one that I have installed it 3 times, but
right.
This is the only one I've used.
Rogue, what's up, Rogue? Eric is likable in the first 3 seconds you experience him. He's practically synonymous with Epic. Epic! All right, let's see here. Got that. We've got the update IMG on there again, and then we're going to do all the nice We're going to be a nice gentleman, and we're going to eject. Well, if it's listed here, let's see. Oop, there it is. We're going to eject. Click. Ejectable. Pull card.
Okay.
Plug in card.
Broke out the Lion King and Mega Man X the other day. Hell yeah, good for you.
Now,
my name should be Epic Goodnight. There you go.
Let's see if we get any different thing here. If we're not, that's fine. Might have to revisit this another day. No, we got it. We got it. Look, I got to pull up your screen though. But yeah, we got a different screen now. What's up, Cripple Pug 91?
Yeah, I see the homie Cripple Punk in chat. Nice to see you.
Thank you for the follow, and thank you for the follow for Jet Extremis. Thank you, guys.
We got a lot of representation.
Yeah, we do.
The Coconut Island Collective coming in. These are a bunch of my buddies.
Where is my source set? Got too many new sources this time around. I am using the video capture device. Right? That's it. There it is. All right, that looks better.
It's so weird.
You guys are
doing this over, and now it's working.
Crazy.
What the crap, right?
Dude, I work in tech every day, so this is how things work, right?
You understand that computers are like just full of ghosts. It doesn't make any sense.
None.
So yes, do the factory reset first. 100%.
Do that factory reset again. I still love this. Yes, no, no, no. It's a very unique way of doing it.
I love it.
You gotta pass a bunch of no's to get to it. Hey, Kid London, can you give a shout out to our good friend here, Eric? What's your handle on Twitch? That's the one I'm looking for.
I am Easy Goodnight. Easy Goodnight. And I think
Good Night.
You know, you have a great channel here. I was watching back some of your VODs. Like everything's really slick looking. You got a lot of cool shit set up. Like you're a cool dude. Really good channel.
Thank you, man. Well,
I'm trying to build kind of the same thing. So if you like Brian, I think we'll get along just great.
Absolutely. You're a slick dude too. I wouldn't let just any moron come on my show. Come on.
Hey, I
had to be trusty. That's right. I was like, hey.
I appreciate it.
No, trust me. I vetted you first. I went watch some of your videos.
Well, that's kind of you.
Right.
I can't say that I am the best content producer yet, but I'm trying at it. I'm getting better. You know,
I think you got a good setup. Yeah. I think you're doing good. I think you're doing great.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Thank you.
We got the data wipe complete, so we just need a power cycle, right? But then we need to pull the card.
You want to do RK image now. Now is time. Now is the time to do the thing.
See why I need help? Because I missed steps. All right, here we go.
It's okay.
Update RK image from external storage. Boom.
It's gonna run for a hot second here.
I have a good feeling about this.
We got it this time.
That's right.
I believe in it. I believe in us.
Eric Prawn says, just kidding. Epic Prawn says, yeah, always great to see some good retro channels.
just fully trolling Prawn.
I just gotta troll him. This is what I do.
Fully trolling Prawn.
That's what I gotta do. We're a great community here. We love each other. As a matter of fact, if you hit that bang Discord in the chat room, you'll join our Discord server. 300 plus strong of people who love retro games, video games in general, love comedy, old stupid movies, new stupid stuff. We love everything, and we're just our major motto is just be kind to one another. That's all we really do. We just encourage each other every day and try to find a way to enjoy ourselves, and you know that's what we're doing, enjoying ourselves. Monkey Bananas says, I'm accepted here, and I don't even stream games, just in real life. Yeah, don't forget to give a shout out. If you're not following Monkey Bananas, he's an in-real life streamer, and he's going to meet up with us here, hopefully in Asheville in a couple of months. We're going to be doing something in the weekend after Labor Day. It's going to be our Frog Pants East kind of get-together. That's our bigger group, Eric, with it we kind of get involved with. And it should be fun. Not too far away from you, hopefully. You're how far is Asheville from you guys?
Well, I live in the Tampa area in Florida now, but my home is still North Kakalaka.
Gotcha.
But Asheville is like an hour and a half from that region.
Yeah. That's,
So yeah,
it's not that far for us too.
yeah. Great city. Great city. Love Asheville.
Update arcade image complete. So we're gonna do that same thing
Bam.
again. We're gonna hold down that. We're gonna hold down that power button, right? And we're gonna pull the card as soon as it's.
Well, yeah. Reboot. Hit the reboot system and pull the power card. Basically, when it goes to black. So
That's right. All right.
get in place to pull it, and then tell it reboot, and then pull the card. Everything should be good.
Here we go.
We should have a system now.
Let's hope it
Okay,
works.
you're good. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Come on, guys.
Hold the card and pray. That's right.
Let's
See,
see
a
what
bunch
happens.
of these guys were hanging out with me on stream while I was bricking my console. So they're along for the ride here.
Yeah, we've already been through one brick, so let's see if we get lucky this time. Let's see the HDMI.
A double brick stream. How terrible!
So
would
far,
that
we're not even going to white. We're still a black screen. This is new.
What lights do you have on the thing?
It is all the way to
this is actually not that unusual.
Right.
Go ahead and hold the power button in.
Right.
Until it turns off.
All right, I'm going to show you guys what lights are on by the way too. So we just can document everything, so we'll know if you see this, you'll know what the dealio is. Let's see. Let's turn that off. So you'll see that it's the light all the way to the right, which is what is that one? Yeah. That one's the
It's one of the consoles.
Yeah, it's
for sure.
the console. Is it the Genesis cards? I think this is Genesis.
This is not that unusual. At least this happened to me. So hold the button in until it turns off, and then cycle it back up. And I'm willing to bet that this does it. You're gonna have to hold it in for an age, I think.
Forever, yeah. It's like
And if it doesn't turn off, then you'll have to turn the full power.
Yeah.
There, see it does. So you're good.
It's like a 10-second hold. It looks like.
Okay. So now power it back on about like normal.
Yeah, which always is like, I think
Okay.
I held it long enough, and it never is. There it goes. All right, let's see.
There you go.
Let's see. If
So
we're
now I'm betting you're gonna have video.
All right, I'm seeing something. Oh, let me get to it. Where's it at? That's not the right screen. I'm so excited.
Drum roll.
Retro freak, baby.
Let's
Retro
fucking
freak.
go.
Woo.
Oh man.
I think the bricking process is just part of the process.
It kind of is. Like this is literally was my experience.
Right.
But this does. They're telling me that they can't hear me.
Oh, what happened? Really? Okay, you guys can't hear him. Let's see. Thank you, Kid London. Can you guys? Our Avian cheered 500 bits.
Hey.
Yes, for a little success. Are you guys
Let's
not able to hear?
go.
It's choppy.
Let's go.
Yeah, I had that problem earlier.
Okay.
I could restart Discord just to see if it would help. What do you guys think? What does everybody think? Chat room and Eric, you tell me, guys, if you think we should cycle Discord just to make sure everything is good, and maybe it'll get rid of that choppy.
If they can hear me okay now, I mean I'm fine to.
Right.
I'm gonna hang in.
Right, I'm good too. I'm good too. Unless you guys are annoyed by it. I like it.
Yeah.
It makes me think that Eric's a robot.
I'm only part machine.
Right now, Jet is saying I say a lot, and he's one of your guys. So you tell me, it's still choppy. Yeah.
I would trust Jet with my life, but I have to battle him in Mortal Kombat later tonight.
And Epic says yes, robot in a bit. A restart may not hurt.
Okay.
You're getting your people. What do you think?
Hey, it's up to you, brother.
Let's do it real quick. Let's just do it. We've restarted everything else. Why not restart this? Let's just do it real quick.
True.
Let's just do it real quick. All right, I'm gonna cycle my my Discord. I'm gonna quit Discord. There we go. And then I'm gonna bring up my Discord again. That's right. Jess says, I know you're my opponent, but I'm looking out. I'm looking out. All right, let's see if this helps any. Let's join this call back in. Let's see. How about now?
Man.
We got any better? Can we give us a little bit of
How do I?
Uh-oh. Say it again.
No? Bad? Do I sound terrible?
It's about the same.
About the same. That's a bummer.
About the same.
It's a bummer.
Do you have the like I said, I know I run this problem every once in a while with the Scarlett 212. Is you get 212 or you got the Solo?
Oh, I have the Solo.
So yeah, I think I had the Solo as well. I had the same problem. The 212 does it as well. Let's see. And you got the Focus, right, Scarlett, in your system tray, the little or in your your system tray.
I should.
Pull that up and let's take just a quick look at that. If you pull that up, you should have your sample rate, buffer size, and that kind of stuff. Do you have that pulled up on yours? Just curious to see the difference.
Bringing it up. All right. Yeah, I have a sample rate on it.
Sample rate. And it's the sample rate is 48.
Yes.
Buffer size, what, 64, 32? What you got? 192 default? Or do you see buffer size?
I don't see buffer size on
Oh.
mine. I know whatever it is about my
right next to me, right about there.
We're getting cozy.
Now we're all comfy cozy. Now you can see both of us.
Perfect. Do you have your so now is when you can use a micro SD just for storage. So any size that you want, and you can use the adapter because obviously there's only one.
Right.
There's only the larger size on the back of the Retron.
Right. Okay. So I have a. I do.
I
have a 32 gigabyte, so not to get too crazy because it's still on the fat.
Yeah.
Because at 32 you're still fat. So if you get much bigger than that, you got to get to NTFS. I wasn't sure how that would work, so I went with 32 fat, and I got my little SD adapter here, as you guys are probably familiar with. So we got our micro SD. Going to put that in there. I'm gonna look at it real quick to see what's on it.
They're telling me it looks like I'm on your lap. So.
And what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? Nothing. All right, let's see.
Brian, let me tell you what I want for Christmas.
Let's tell Santa what you want. All right, so it's a 32 gig. I've already formatted it. It looks like, let me make sure it's FAT 32. I'm pretty sure it is. We're just trying to be thorough here. And let's see. And I think it's totally, FAT 32. Now, the other one was FAT, but FAT 32 is fine.
This is why I feel like such a dummy. This is why I put GUI format in the tutorial. I had blanked on this, but yes, if you want to format it bigger, that's a good way to do it.
Right. But we're not taking any chances. 32 should be plenty. We're just talking about a freaking couple of little, a couple little, like Zelda DX. I mean, come on, how much is on this big giant compact flash size card?
Not very. It's not very.
Little.
You could fit thousands of those on there probably.
All right. Old card.
What do you want for Christmas, young lad?
Old card. New card.
Oh goodness. Your magic door key is sticking in my hip, Santa. What the hell?
Scary. Good old Rent-A-Killer. Always good for a laugh. All right, so we put the SD card in. Do we need to do anything before we do that? Do we need to?
No. You can go to the setting and make sure that it is set to back up all your stuff to SD. So look at the little system gear at the bottom, and that should have all your options.
Blink.
So. Auto start cartridge.
Oh, that's another thing too. I should do.
Game.
Yeah.
So this is even porting a completely different console's UI and all this stuff to.
Yeah, you'd say we could actually
Retron 5,
PlayStation, and a couple other systems. You could actually put stuff on the SD card from that, but.
Yes, you can, but I think you would need to use the Retron Labo firmware for that. If you want to use it for like games and stuff, you want to use that firmware. I am not sure. Bob has put the doubt in me that it will or will not allow you to dump ROMs. He even said in his roundup video that you can write, like you can image like repros and stuff with it, and I'm like, I don't think that's right. I think he was just mistaken.
And
'Cause
none of that's important to me, right?
No, I would like to have an imager.
Yeah.
I would like to make repros. Like a thing that I think would be super cool is there's God, someone wrote it in like the 90s. There's
Oh, nice.
a software for turning images, and you can make a ROM out of them, and like
Oh,
you could
cool.
basically make an image slideshow. So I want to like put my art on a
that'd be
repro
cool.
cart and put it in
Take it back.
my stupid Super Famicom.
I take it back. I want to do that.
Yeah, I know. How cool is that?
We'll have to do that. That'll be the next episode. So save data location should be the micro SD cards where I set it to. Is that kind of what we're thinking?
You want to back up your saves to the micro SD. That's
Right.
probably enough. There's some other things that like I personally turned on and off, and I can't remember. But
Fiddle around with that
yeah,
later.
you'll get it the way that you want it.
Yeah.
So
I'll
go
fiddle with that
ahead
later.
and find your. Let's go ahead and dump your game and dump your save.
All right, we're gonna dump our Zelda DX with a save.
Let's do it.
We can hot plug this thing, right? We can just put it right in there.
Yeah. You just put it in when it's running. It'll be fine. Nothing will happen. Nothing bad.
Okay. Plugged it in. Do I need to do anything now that I plugged it in? No cartridge
No, it
inserted?
should.
Do I need to reinsert it?
It
maybe?
didn't recognize it.
I need
Go
to reinsert
go
it.
seat it again, and
All right.
it should come up.
Maybe I did it too slow. It's like a credit card. You gotta.
I don't know why. That's weird. I have noticed it's a little finicky, but it should just immediately notice it. I find it really wacky that it didn't immediately see it. I've not had it do that.
Let's do an NES card just for funsies.
Yeah.
Let's see if a different port.
Let's see that. I don't see any reason that the Game Boy shouldn't work.
Right.
I believe I tested everything but my Famicom slot on mine.
Right.
So everything worked just fine. I just did not have a Famicom game to test.
I wonder if I'm going to have to recycle. Or just a setting that I didn't set or something.
Someone's saying hi to me, and I can't
Oh, hi.
read who it
Blurg
is in chat.
sauce. Blurg.
Blurg sauce. Hi, Blurg sauce.
Good old Blurg. I'm going to do a reboot, I guess. I guess I'm going to restart. Let's see. Let's just see what happens.
That might help, but I would
Yeah.
go. Yeah, you can use the power off. That might even be preferable at this.
Oh,
But I
let's just see what this
don't
little
think the
dude
Retron
does.
will care, honestly.
Let's
Yeah.
just see what this does.
This will probably fix the issue.
If not, we'll go deeper, but not tonight. But we'll still, Oh my God! Did
Yeah.
I left a little bit of coffee.
Oh my goodness.
It's cold, but it's
There you
still
go.
good.
Hey, if it's got caffeine in it,
Right.
that's the important thing. That's the important thing. What do we got here?
I'm curious to know how many seconds it is that you have to push that stupid power button precisely, because I always just kind of go like, this long enough? Is this long enough?
It's too many.
It is too many.
The number of seconds is too high.
Too damn high.
Too damn high. All right.
There's
Come
some
on.
loading cartridge.
Oh.
There we go.
There you go. So now it'll install the micro SD. Punch out. Let's go.
Yes, I played this the other week. This was our game for Play
Oh,
Retro
yeah.
2 weeks ago. It was a lot of fun. Wow, that was it. You see how fast that was? That was ridiculous.
They are very little games.
That was ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right,
It's done.
let's see. So
I
when you
want
go ahead.
to see it back up one of your saves. Sorry.
Oh, so go. Okay, so yeah, we can do that. We can do that. Let's see. Did I make any
Yeah, I
saves
was-
on this
I was-
one? Where would it be at?
Oh, go to the micro SD. You want to see where it's saved? Yeah, go to micro SD on the top right
Game saves.
and go to installed games, and it'll be right there. You have to. We don't have any. There won't be any on there yet, but that's where it'll put them. But you have to install the games, and you can go to your NES.
Ah,
Yeah, there it is. There it is.
and we can run from that.
And
Interesting.
okay, so I have no idea when or why it does it. It
Right.
seems to take the shot at the most inopportune moment, but it will do a preview screenshot
Oh,
for the game. I would load my games and like let it sit on the title screen for like 10 minutes,
Right.
and then it will take a picture of the friggin' menu when I play the game for 30 seconds after that. Like hand to God, it did it over and over again. It was making me crazy.
That is that is hilarious. I got a question.
But
Okay,
now,
go ahead.
Go ahead.
So typically when you're playing with the Retron 5, you cannot plug in more than one card at a time because it'll just fail on you. If I plug this in with other card in, nothing's going to happen, right? Still going to same rules still apply, or is this magic?
I guess so. I don't think that it would change that. I have not tried more than one card at a time.
I'm assuming it's
it would
I'm assuming it's a hardware thing and not necessarily.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I'm kind of scared to do it, so I'm not going to do it. I'm going to unplug the other card. I'm going to plug this one in.
That is what I would fully recommend, sir. Fully would recommend that.
Hot swapping.
Hot swapping.
All right, look at
Oh,
that.
look at that cartridge.
Look at that cart. Boom! Before an initial save import.
There you go. There you go.
Boom!
Yeah. And
You
now
wish
you
installed
can.
this.
There you go.
Dang.
And now you can go to micro SD on the top right, and you'll be able to see both of them on there.
Boom! Look at that.
There's the game dump.
Now,
And
if I
you go to
wanted to
game
save,
save.
right? If I wanted to use my Game
Right.
Boy game save, is that also
Yes.
included in that ROM and stuff? Or do I have to do that separately? Or do you know?
Say the question again. I'm confused.
I have a Zelda save point
Mhm.
inside on the
Yeah.
cart. Where do
Yeah.
I save? Where do I save that to? Or is
Okay,
it already been
go back
saved?
to your micro. Go back to the micro SD in the menu. I'll show you what. And right there, first thing, and it should show you the Zelda under NES, Famicom, or no, Game Boy. I'm sorry,
Game Boy.
I'm being dumb. So, okay,
Do I have to save it separately?
it should have. Oh wait, no. That was Game Boy Advance. I'm sorry. Go down. That's right there. You go. It
Good
should be under
point.
there.
There it is.
Yep, there it is. So there's your save.
Look at that.
And theoretically, you should be able to, because it's just on your SD card.
Yeah.
You can pop that in your computer. You can make a copy of it. You can probably find some tools that will allow you to convert that save and use it on any system that you want. Like you could probably port your Game Boy save to your Mister without too much issue.
Hold on a second.
So, pretty legit. Pretty legit.
So, in review, I can go and play. I'm going to move Eric over real quick unless you guys can see this pretty good. Let me see. Where's the... All right, we'll put Eric right there in the middle. Cool. And so I could take my Game Boy original here, have my cart in it, play it here, out and about in the real world, do my save, which will save to the
Yes.
cart, throw it
Yes.
into my Retron 5,
Yes.
and then I can transfer that to an SD card,
Yes.
and then I can fire up the game I've been playing
Yes.
onto the Mister, or
You can write them back and
RetroArch,
forth. Absolutely.
and I
Yes.
can write it back
100%.
to it, and then
Yes,
I can write
100%.
to the stupid save on the thing. That's crazy.
It's awesome, right?
That is friggin' insane. I love it. See,
I think-
that's the purpose of
I
this
think
thing.
this is really great for like RPG stuff in particular. The nature of the lagginess of the Retron, but yeah, how rad is that?
That is that I can take my old school hardware, play it out and
Yes.
about. I'm at the freaking dentist office, as and waiting for my stupid, crown to be. I can play my stupid game, and I could get to the point that I want, and then I can just go home and I can, load it up for you guys, and we can share a moment, and we can play it instead of me trying to freaking find a way to freaking stream this thing, which is a possibility. They've actually got a thing that lets you stream it from these things, but God, that would be a pain in the butt. I don't want to do that. That's for another day. That's for another retro RGB article right here.
Can't wait. Can't wait.
Can't wait. Hey, man, we did it. Do we want to do anything else with this thing, or we kind of at the stopping point?
It's I don't think there's anything else to show off on it at this point. It's just plugging in every cart you have and making your backup copies and backing
what?
up your saves and all that business.
Right.
You know?
I might do that. I might actually. Oh, I just pulled that card out and didn't ask at all. I didn't.
They have a death of cards too.
They do. They do. I
It's
didn't
they are
even
brutal.
ask. I didn't even ask the Retron 5 if I could have that card back. I just ripped it out. Let's just see.
Yeah.
Let's see if what wreaking havoc it has done to my SD card here. Let's see. Let's get to that source. Merrick, am I running you long or anything? Do you need to get going? We really didn't talk about how long.
This is about as much time as I had allotted, so I can hang out
Right.
for the next
Perfect.
little bit. This has been a tremendous amount of fun. So
Yeah.
hey man, I'm in for it.
I agree.
I'm in for it.
Look, I lost directory probably because I unplugged it. Retro Freak, our games. Look at that, aptly titled. Game Boy. Look at that. It's right there. Let's see if I can pull up my RetroArch here. Oh, why are you so big? That doesn't make any sense.
It's a big boy.
It is a big boy. So let's see. We're in our RetroArch here. Let's see if you guys can see that there. Go to my games. Legend of Zelda. Oh, do I have to? I wonder if I gotta map it or something. Oh, might not have a Game Boy. Not have the Game Boy core plugged in. Oh, FDS BIOS image. Oh, I'm missing a BIOS file. Okay, so that's a game for another day then. I'll have to figure out what the BIOS file things are. All right, that's cool. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. But we ripped them. We got ROMs here. We got all the good stuff. We got to figure that. That'll be our next step. So that worked out pretty good. That's all I can think of right now. You don't want to. Jet says you don't want to debate prep easy. You don't want to do it. Just kidding. I know our subject is super serious.
I'm just trying to relax, Jet. I'm just trying to chill.
I'm just trying to chill, man.
I best unwind by ruining other people's consoles.
Nice. You didn't ruin them because you made them better.
Hey, just call me Mr. Fix It.
That's right. We had a good time though. Let's see here. I want to give another.
This was a blast.
Easy. Was easy? What's this? Your handle again is easy.
Easy. Good night. Letter
Good
E.
night.
Letter
There
C.
it is.
Good night. Yeah, that's right.
There, did it. Follow.
Oh, yeah.
Easy. Good night. You got to, because he does retro stuff too. And look at this. He's got his nice little setup back there. He's got a CRT screen over his head. He's got his badass hat. What does that even say? Does it say Meat Cube? What is that? Yes.
I'm developing a lifestyle brand. It's kind of a little bit like those I don't know, those silly waifu shirts,
Oh yeah.
It's kind of that kind of thing, but it's I have like influence from a lot of great European cartoonists and things like that. So that's in the mix, I'm really looking forward to developing it, and I have a Kickstarter that I
really
need to start dedicating a lot of energy to. Yeah, I want to create some really ballin' posters and like a small T-shirt line and kind of expand from there. But Meet Cute is the brand name.
Oh, I like it. I said Meat Cube, but it's Meat Cute. It's Meat Cute.
Yep.
Correct it.
Yep.
It's Meat Cute, and it is Eric Prawn. It's Epic Prawn.
Hey, Epic's a good dude.
Yeah,
I will shout out Epic, but I'm easy. Good night.
That's right. I would not give love if it wasn't there, right? I wouldn't. Yeah, it's great. Want to thank a follower for Frank Squash, Maple Bakos, Avian gave 500 bits, Kid London gave 100 bits. That was in celebration of our success after a brick. And then on to our successes. Cripple Punk gave us a follow. Thank you so much. Jet Extremis, Freddy Yeti, and Epic Prawn. Thank you guys for your follows. I'm assuming a lot of these guys are probably part of your community, and I do appreciate that. Minus Comics also.
These are all coconutters, all good folks. I don't know Minus though. They sound like good folks.
They're good folks too. Rent-A-Killer resubscribed at 4 months. Thank you for that. We've been doing this for close to 3 years now. Eric, it's been a lot of fun. I mean, not this particular stream. But we've been streaming for about 3 years now.
Okay. This particular stream has been shorter than 3 years.
Right. Just barely. Hobo Wookie gave us a
just
follow.
barely.
Yeah, just barely gave us a follow to start off. Actually, Voltaire started all off during our early stream. He gave us some tier 100 bits, and as well as resubscribed to tier 1 for 17 months. And he mentioned that it could have been a brick. And of course, our community leader was here,
Hey.
Kit London, as well as Monkey Bananas, both great community members and leaders. And oh my God, there was so many great usuals here who are part of the community. I didn't get a chance to say hey to those
You have a
guys.
very cool community. They're
I think
very
so.
cool folks.
They found
Absolutely.
me, right? Or I
Hey.
found them. We found
Hey.
each other.
That's we're all looking for that.
That's right. All right. That's about all I know to do today. We bricked Retron 5, then we brought it back to life. We couldn't find our USB cable. That was a big fat bummer. I got to find that extension cable. That make things easier on me. Probably the best for it anyway, because I'm running Windows 11 here instead of Windows 10, which is proven to run the registry edit we had to do. So, I guess it all worked out in the end, right?
I want to know if you can ever get it to work, if it works out for you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I am.
I
I'm
feel like bricking it again.
I'm going to totally brick it again. Or at least what I'll do is I'll at least load the tool up and connect. So I should still, even out bricking it, I should be able to do the Android developer connectivity just by holding down the reset button and plugging in the power at the same time. And I should get the same effect essentially. And then I can probably communicate with it. Maybe do some commands and see what which Android version or flavor they have on there, and maybe dig around a little bit.
Sounds great.
Yeah. All right.
That was the thing that the dev said you probably could put full blown RetroArch on it if you really wanted to.
That's what I was kind of thinking. That might be interesting for me to fiddle around with later. Fiddle fart around with. Eric, got anything else? We talked about our meet cute. We talked about following Eric. Check out that article on RetroRGB. You got a couple of articles on there, and hopefully more to come. Looking forward to that. How do you get hooked up with the RetroRGB? Just what do they do? How do they take articles and stuff? You mind me asking that?
It's just completely by
Contact and
volunteer basis. If
Right.
I think you'd probably be a very good candidate.
No, good.
Given the stuff that I can see what your skill set is. So if you want me to put in a good word, I can shout you out to Bob.
Totally.
But for sure, dude. For sure. 100%.
I'm having a lot of fun with this retro stuff. As a matter of fact, I got a PS2 project. I've got a soldering station. I don't know how deep you got into modifying, Eric, but I've got a soldering station I got for Father's Day. And
Oh, hell yeah.
I haven't done this in a really long time. And it's going to be a disaster. Tune in whenever for me to brick something permanent, like a GameCube.
I gotta tell you, I got my own stupid soldering projects. I have a PC98.
Oh, nice!
Broken down part that I want to fix.
Right.
So it's part of my ongoing PC98 project. That's actually what this guy is right now.
Oh, sweet!
Yeah.
I
So
like it.
it runs. It runs. I still just need to install hard disks and that sort of thing. But it's coming along.
Right.
I'm excited about.
Freddie Yeti wants to. Right. Freddie Yeti wants to know, Eric, tell him what you're doing tonight, because I'm assuming you're going to start streaming here very shortly after we get off.
Yes. I'm actually doing a thing with Mr. Yeti. He has been so kind. He's hosting a fake debate, like mocking debate culture game show.
Right.
And he's gonna try and embarrass me as much as he can. So
Excellent.
we're gonna flex our improv chops and do a little game called Master Debater, because of course it's called that.
Master Debater. Yes. I'm looking forward to this. And you're going to do that? What time are you doing that? What time is that coming up?
We start at 10:30 Eastern.
All right. I'll add you to my host list, and hopefully we'll host out on that. And if not, for some reason, wherever I add people to my host list, it doesn't always pick up the host anymore on Twitch, and I have to do it manually. I don't know what's up with that.
I get that too. It's wonky.
I don't like it. I don't like fix it. I need like a script or something that makes it happen. Epic Prawn says political comedy game show. Perfect. Nailed it.
Yep.
Nailed it. Well, if I'm still around, what is going on in the chat room that Kit London had to add a block term? I love that. Anywho, yeah, we'll try to tune into that. I'm not sure if I'll still be awake or not because I'm old man Brian, and this has exhausted me.
It's gonna be late. These people out in Central and Mountain and all Western time and whatever,
right.
they're killing me. They're killing me with this mess.
That's right. All right, guys, we're gonna raid in on. Let's see what we got here. Who we got to raid in on? None of the usual suspects are on, so we're not gonna do any raiding tonight. You'll just have to find your own way on Twitch. But that's been it. Thank you guys for hanging out with us, and we'll see you very soon.